Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Hello. So this is just a special quick message. I have a lot of work to do today, but Spirit's been on my butt apparently all week to get these messages out. So it is priority to listen to Spirit. So I'm here to give you another message. I was channeling and I was hearing, hi guys! I was hearing from Spirit that change is coming. Change is coming. So that's what I was hearing. Change is coming. I don't know what kind of change, guys. I'm obviously assuming it's good change because Spirit doesn't bring bad change, you know? He only brings good change. So that's what I'm hearing, okay? And then I was channeling, just putting away my stuff, okay? And again, I got the Twin Flame card, okay? Your passion ignites. Then I got the Knight of Swords, which is super fast energy. It's like coming quick. This is coming very quick. And then I got Sacred Union. Again, I had these yesterday. And Sacred Union says, honor and treasure your relationship, for it is truly sacred. And when I was praying and asking for guidance, I realized one truth, and this also came from my twin. Hi, Karen. This came from my truth, and it was, you know, we have to heal. We're healing. And I said, yeah, we are. And there's lots of things to heal. But it was a confirmation that when I realized my faults, it actually triggered my twin to acknowledge their faults. Okay? My twin didn't acknowledge his faults. So acknowledging faults is a big deal. And I don't care at this point if I go into union or not. I'm just that happy. I don't know what happened to me. God made me that happy. I'm just that happy. I was not that happy a week ago. Okay, this is not me a week ago. I went through a dramatic transformational change. And it was spirit-filled. It was not something I just chose all on my own. The only thing I remember choosing was God first, and then I remember choosing guidance, and I remember choosing healing for myself and just purity and recognition of who I am and what are my faults. And when you really ask yourself that question, what are my faults? Because I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, no hair on my tongue. I didn't think I had any faults as far as the relationship, not me as a person. Me as a person, oh yeah, I know I have faults. As a mama, as a daughter, you know, as a sister, everything. I have faults. But I got to an ego-filled point in my relationship on this twin flame journey, believing because of my past soulmate issues, that I deserved something. I deserved some kind of reckoning. And I was a victim. And I never told myself that. Okay, I wasn't going around saying, poor me, I'm a victim. I deserve everything. I'm such a victim. No, I came off, and you guys know me for this past year. I came off very confident. I came off very loving. I came off a good guide. I came off very healing, understanding, unconditionally loving. There's a lot of good traits about me, a lot of good things. I wasn't like, you know, complete devil card, ego-filled wreck. Okay, I wasn't even angry. I was actually not angry with this person. So what was this ego-filled thing that I purged from my soul that helped me right now? Because we're being helped. And I'm going to tell you, I got honest and I asked God for clarity because I cannot see with my physical eyes and this conscious state of being what was really wrong with me, because I really didn't see anything wrong with me in the relationship. I felt, honestly, guys, and as your girl, I felt very wronged. I felt like I had the short end of the stick, which I know I did a lot of times. And I did. And I am in that position. Okay. I was, you know, abandoned, deserted, rejected, cheated on, lied to, it was a wrong position to have me in. And I know I didn't deserve it. I didn't deserve any of it. Okay. That's the truth. And that's okay to acknowledge, hey, that's my truth. I was wronged by this person. Completely validated. And God told me, honey, you are completely validated. That is exactly what happened. But I have a revelation for you. You were not blameless in doing wrong. Not blameless in doing wrong to him, but just blameless in doing wrong in general in the relationship you were in. You were not unconditionally loving. You were not honest with yourself all the time. Okay? So realizing that, I realized that, like I told you guys before in my previous videos, I did have some selfishness. I did have some ego. I did expect this person to come to me, make good on me, come forth to me like a knight in shining armor, curing all my pains and heartaches because I did no wrong there and he needed to fix that. So that was ego driven, which I was validated in, but I was not validated in thinking that this person did not receive any mistreatment from me. And I was pretty shocked. I was pretty shocked that I was like, what did I do? Honestly, what did I do? What did I do to this person? By the way, signs popping up in this reading right now. Water signs, Queen of Cups, Cancerian, King of Fire, Leo. Just the signs that are popping up right now. And then we have any of the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But, and I kind of said this in my previous video, I said, you know what? I didn't do any wrong. I don't know what you're talking about. And I'm having this conversation with Spirit. This was days ago, not yesterday, not the day before, but it was this past week, okay? And that's when I realized that I was selfish. I expected this certain expectation from him. I expected him to fix and adjust things that he did wrong in a timely manner. I expected maturity. I expected a lot of things. But what did he expect? You see, that's where it gets tricky because it wasn't a one-person journey, am I right? We're not on this journey solo. He also is a twin. He also is a divine soulmate. He also is a divine light worker. He also suffered great loss in his karmic relationships. He also suffered great loss physically, financially, emotionally, family-wise. So what were his expectations for a dream partner? What were his expectations for a lover coming out of that? And I hadn't really looked at that. So really what it is, what his expectations were, and he's never told me, but I'm assuming. It was a loving, unconditional partner to help him heal. A loving partner to see past his flaws and give attention and not abandon him. So when he was suffering alone, I would come. So if he was needing someone to feel his pain and just be there unconditionally, that's what he needed. And he expected that from a loving partner that God would send him. I was not that partner at that time. I was more in my ego, and if something upset me and he was hurting, I would stay on the other side of the house or away and expect him to come with his tail between his legs apologizing to me. That is an ego-driven thing. Yes, I was validated in my feelings, but see, being a twin flame and a divine partner, which you guys are, it's realizing that they also are, and they deserve, just like we do, a certain amount of love and unconditional love and respect and honesty and vulnerability. And I've realized, and I hope you guys will realize, get vulnerable and get honest with yourself, because it may not be nice to think of yourself in the past as doing some of those things, but I can guarantee you, if you dive deep and you ask God for a revelation of your soul and what could be holding you back as a barrier, poof, you're going to get your answer. Okay, you're going to get it. Whoops. The next two cards I have is Five of Cups. This is sadness, regret, depression, anxiety, loss, loneliness. And then we have Seven of Cups, because someone feels like the other person is not going to choose them. There's another option out there. There's somebody else. They're not choosing them. Their fish are slipping from their fingers. Their love is slipping away. Their love is looking for something else. That's the fear. Queen of Water. Oh, I'm sorry, this was not a King of Fire. It's a Queen, but it's still a Leo. But Queen, okay. Queen of Water, Queen of Fire, Five of Cups, Seven of Cups. Let's continue here. Yeah, so it's funny because I always got the Devil card and codependency in a lot of my readings, and I was constantly blaming him that he was stuck in karmics and he was stuck in some issue. But really, even though that was the case, it was also me. It was also me. And now that I've cleared up my issues, I have seen that card disappear, and I have seen a miracle, a magical miracle, that this person is now opening their mind, opening their heart, talking, speaking from the heart, and expressing truth, because I did. So it is... Uh-huh. Yes. Please? Oh, so pretty. Okay, hang on real quick, guys. Colors in the bath. No, now's not a good time. I don't think we have any more. Matthew. I don't know what the colors are. Okay, sorry guys, I'm back. He wants to play with his toys there. So, the last card I got here on the end was the same one from yesterday, and it's ironic because Spirit is here with us. I know it. I know he's here with me now. And it's the same card of reflection that I got last night when we did our reading together. And it is the Seven of Fire. But in this particular spread, I told you she's looking in the bowl for clarity. The lotus is representative of wisdom, and the water is representative of a self-reflection. So it's like reflecting on yourself, you'll gain that wisdom. And the two cats represent intuition, and they also represent the divine masculine, the divine feminine side, but they also represent the subconscious and conscious side. And they also represent your good side and your dark side, your shadow self. The third eye behind her, I know you guys can't see it, but there's two ravens, which stand, there's two ravens for wisdom in the back with the stars. They're kind of hidden in the stars. Okay. Hang on. Okay, come here. No, come here. Come here. So yeah, the raven is in the back. I know you guys couldn't see it, but the two ravens stand for a message. Okay, and it stands for a divine message when you see that she is getting the message from the stars. So she's getting the message from the universe, and the third eye represents the clarity that you will get in a self-reflection mode. Okay? Oh, you were bawling your eyes out last night? The message was needed? I'm so glad. I'm so glad, guys. I really wanted to give you that message. Spirit, you know what? Not me. Spirit really wanted to give you that message because he really wants to help all of you. He doesn't want any of us sad and alone. That's just crazy. So with this self-reflection is what I'm talking about. Look how sad she is. It's so difficult to have a self-reflection when you're in a depressed state, when you're in a regretful, remorseful, kind of like I've been the victim, I've been hurt state. Like attracts like. And if we're in this kind of a melancholy mood, it's very difficult to get that clarity. We need to get ourselves out of this. Be grateful for what we have. Be grateful that we are part of this beautiful divine connection. And realize we have lots of options to take from for our feelings. We don't have to choose the Five of Cups. We can choose Nine of Cups, Six of Cups, 10 of Cups. There's lots of cups we can choose from of our emotions. We have a plethora of emotions to choose from. I know it's hard, but if we are thinking on a level of regret and sadness and sorrow for self, it's very hard to see things on a spiritual level of our reflection of how do we look towards someone else? How do we look towards, to them? How do we look? So I think your desire is for union. So that's the Queen of Fire. Your desire is for union. Your desire is to come out of this state. And Spirit is saying, if you would like to do this, my love, please do a self-reflection, and I'll take you out of there quicker than you can blink. You will not be stuck in that position. Let's go ahead and see, Spirit. What is the message? What is pushing this Queen of Water energy forward? This love. What is pushing this love and this feelings forward? I have two cards. Self. And I have desire. Self and desire. So I think the Queen of Water, and this is a strong Cancerian sign, as you guys can see, she's very much into her shell. Cancerians do this. You go into your shell. And this is past. I don't feel this is present, although it could be present for some of you. But in the ultimate ending of this scenario, it's not. This will not be the outcome. This is the beginning of the end. This Queen of Cups and the desire and self is the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of your self-realization and your revelation and your redemption and your clarity. So Queen of Water is who's going to take you to this place. So you have to get into your emotions and reflect on self to get to this place. And if you are in your emotions of Five of Cups, that's very difficult to come to a self-realization, because here you're thinking of others, what they have done to you. The doves above her head represent peace, clarity, divine knowledge, divine assistance. And it also requires the desire to see the truth. If someone, subconsciously does not have the desire to see, they will not see. So you have to have the desire for some self-reflection is really what this is. And the Queen of Cups is what's going to get it for you. There's a butterfly, there's roses. She's surrounded by two dragons, again, that symbolize spiritual epiphany, awakening, and power. The dragon represents self-power. The dragon represents independence, the need to be on fire like the phoenix, the need to be independent, the need to see strength inside yourself. That's the dragon. And this dragon is the twin flames around her. They're the divine masculine, divine feminine. I'll be right back. Let me turn the water off. Are you a naked little baby? You have fun in here, Bubba. Yeah. Okay. So anyways, these two dragons are the twin flames, okay? And they're the higher dimensional 5D self, which is both yourself. And I've told you before, if you've watched my channel, you know that the twin flames are one soul separated into two physical bodies. And these two dragons represent your higher self, okay? And this is the energy of getting information, getting messages from your higher self. Notice the doves and the Holy Trinity. Again, mind, body, spirit, but God, you, and your twin. 3, the power of 3, okay? And the twins know that there's power when you ask for help and assistance. You don't have to do this on your own. Self-seeking journeys to get realization is not a solo journey. It requires the assistance of God. It requires that additional energy. You cannot have a self-revelation all by yourself. And there's a lot of this loneliness here and regret with this Five of Cups, that you feel alienated, you feel ostracized, you feel like the black sheep, you feel rejected, you feel alone, and those may all be true, but that's not true in your higher self. That's not true in who you really are, your spirit. Okay, your inner being, that's not true. So you need to reject the physical representation of yourself and call in the higher dimensional self. You need to call that in, because this is not reality. It's only the reality other people tell you. And these 3 fish to me represent a third party for sure, but they represent other people telling you these things. And these fish are almost bullying and picking on her. Okay, they're telling her lies, they're telling her mean things, they're feeding your head and your emotions with bad information and bad thoughts that make you feel bad, and you're ingesting them. Okay, you're ingesting these feelings. And that is not healthy for you. That is not good for you. So you need to realize here, with these options, with your third eye, to open up and feel the presence of God, number 1, which is the all-seeing eye. The presence of God is the all-seeing eye. Doing this self-reflective work and seeing inside yourself for truly who you are. And you know what's so difficult, and I don't think I'm a bad person, and I'm not a bad person, but when you have this idea of yourself, even if you're a good, wholesome, feed the homeless and taking care of stray animals and helping those in need, and you're this selfless, wonderful person, there is an ego side of you still. It doesn't free you from ego. We all have an ego. We all have a shadow side. We all have an opinion of ourselves, even if it's on some kind of high regard. And that's very hard to reflect on. And we really have to have that desire. And there's that dragon again. When Buddha went through his enlightenment, I don't know if you guys ever followed the story of Buddha. But there's a Hindu series on Netflix that I watched, and you guys might like it. It has Buddha on there. It talked about his stories and his memoirs. The dragon. He said the hardest dragon to defeat out of all the different kinds of desires in his heart, which was lust, greed, passionate, sexual things, money, fame, everything. He said out of all those things, the hardest thing to defeat was the ego. And that gave me goosebumps because it was true. And Buddha realized he was a selfless person, but he still had an ego side of Buddha. Buddha still had an ego. And his ego was, put Buddha here, his ego was that he was spiritual, he was a leader, he was purified, he pushed things away for another life. So he realized in his meditative state for days, and he was fighting this dragon, that also was an ego. Even though he was a very wholesome, good spiritual person, the ego was, he knew that. He knew that about himself. And he had some pride. He had some pride about that. He was very proud for the path he took. He was proud for following the path less walked. And that was the ego. And that ego always has a sense of entitlement. Thank you so much for your super chat, my love. So your ego always has a self-entitlement that you deserve something. You deserve something for your works. Am I right? You deserve something for the good you've done. And that's the ego. That is very hard to kill that because that's very human nature. Oh, thank you so much for your super chat, my love. It's so hard to kill the ego, guys, because even when you're on a righteous spiritual path, gosh, that's freaking hard. And let me tell you, when you're in a twin flame journey and you have had a horrible life and you're just wanting your soulmate to come and love you like you love them, that's the ego. That's hard. This is not going to be an easy choice. But if you do make that choice to go inside yourself in your hurt energy, in your defeated, unloved, rejected, wronged energy, and you're able to still go inside yourself in the deepest, darkest depths of your soul, like Jonah and the whale, and you're able to self-reflect in the dark with these dragons, that there is a part of you that was not 100 for your person, then you will have purification, cleansing, purging. All of a sudden, it's goosebumps, it's shivers, it shakes, your body goes into convulsions. You've purged something, you've let it go. You will be able to express yourself and say, I'm done. And let's go ahead and finish the other cards that came out. I'll take all of them. There's the faith. Queen of Fire, you must have faith. Is that another phoenix? No, it's an angel. But I love it. She's got the wolf, she's got the crane, she's got a very beautiful sea turtle, the trees, and beautiful wings and the all-seeing eye. Again, faith about God, the all-seeing eye. This is an endless endurance of faith, following her intuition, trusting and having like complete faith with that crane that God will see her through. The sea turtle lives a very, very long time, hundreds of years. So again, it's this endurance. The more you endure in your faith and trust your intuition, the more these trees will grow, the more your life will grow. And these wings and this angel, you know who I'm hearing this is? This is Uriel. This is Uriel. And Uriel represents the angel of the fire of God. The fire of God. And the fire, look, it's under the Queen of Fire. Goosebumps again, the fire of God, the Queen of Fire. You, my dear Divine Feminines, have the Queen of Fire inside you. You have the fire of God inside of you. You need to have this faith. Uriel is saying, I'm with you. Have this faith. I am the Archangel of Light, of the fire of God. I am the Archangel of Wisdom, God's wisdom. If you are looking for wisdom, you will be given this wisdom. If you are asking for wisdom, you will be given this wisdom. And that is what they want you to see. Yes, slow and steady. And the turtle can swim through water, guys, but it walks really slow on land. So on an earth level, earth signs have a real struggle with this. But water signs can flow quite freely. But she's saying you have to do it all. You have to fly, you have to run on land like the wolf, and you have to swim. You have to have all these abilities. You have to do this. You have to keep your faith. Keep your faith in God. Keep your faith in this. The all-seeing eye knows everything. And I really think with this beautiful little cat, I love it, because she has two cats over here with the selfless picture. The Seven of Wands, which is self-reflective. See the two beautiful cats? And then look here, Queen of Fire. She's got one beautiful cat with two butterflies. And that's the higher, more light, divine self. And I think that represents transformation and intuition. Use your intuition to transform. The butterflies represent rebirth. You will be reborn through your faith. You will be reborn like the phoenix, and that cat looks like it has little wings. She's now flying with fire. The fire of God, the wisdom of God. You will be flying. You will have faith. You will be reborn. You will have trust in yourself. It's not easy to do this self-reflective journey, especially if you have been a very damaged, hurt, abused person for your life, and all you're seeking is love and comfort. But the biggest act of being mature, the biggest act of being a real twin flame is this self-reflection. It's not easy, but if you watch my previous videos, I talked about the cancer inside of us. And we have to purge the cancer out. And some of that cancer out is just feeling so victimhood, feeling like you're such in a victimhood kind of state of mind. It's not having enough transfer that eats you alive. It's the pain, the suffering, the sorrow. It eats your life away. It is a decaying cancer on your life because it really hurts you to the point where you're not able to see clearly. You're very stuck in a physical body, in a very physical state of mind, and you're not spiritual enough to see the whole picture with the eyes of God. Anyway, so you need to have faith. The next card I got under the Five of Cups is Body and Mind, which is the Nine of Swords. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let me double check. Yep, it's the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, the Five of Cups, it's kind of the energy that you guys are in at the moment, I guess. Well, some of you, not all of you. Maybe this is the energy you've been in and you're not anymore. Maybe it's the energy you feel yourself creeping into. I don't know. But the Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, you guys can imagine that in the traditional tarot. But I'm going to explain it to you here in this tarot. Okay, it's very different than tradition, but you can also use that message from traditional. And for traditional, I'm just going to tell you, as a divine feminine, which seems to be the energy I'm picking up on today mostly, not completely, but mostly, is you're feeling really stuck in your head and stressed and unable to release these thoughts of sorrow. These thoughts of being defeated and rejected and lost and unchosen and lonely and unhappy, just generally unhappy, full of regrets, wishing that you could change the past. Okay, and the Nine of Swords is sleepless nights. A lot of you are struggling with that, having a real hard time just getting a good night's rest with peace of heart. Okay, with the Nine of Swords, I almost feel like you pass out, but you don't sleep well. Oh, I need to get my charger. Hang on real quick, guys. And remember, this doesn't have to be the current energy. It could be the energy of the past. It doesn't have to be today. Okay, this message is going to be timeless. This is a special twin flame message. I will leave it as such. It's a timeless message. It can serve you for February 2019, which is when I'm doing it. It can serve you for February 2025. It can serve you for 2 years ago. Whatever, you think this resonates, take it how it resonates. If you've come through the fire and you're the phoenix and you've already purged all this, that's awesome. But this is a timeless message, okay? But you get to see it live today. So that's good. The end of the month, the end of January. Okay, like I said, the beginning and the end. That's what I was feeling, the beginning of the end. Okay, the beginning of the end of your depressive state. This is the beginning of the ending for you to stop this. And there is an ending to it. It's not going to keep going on for you. You are going to quickly get out of this very soon. Body and mind, I see two masks. I see a guy with his heart chakra flowing out to his mind, higher self. Okay? And I do see his eyes look very clouded. Okay, this is just a very clouded picture to me. And his heart, his emotions, which is the Five of Cups, is making this person not see clearly. Thank you so much for your super chat, love. Not letting him see clearly because of the emotions. So that's your block. It's right in the middle. If anybody was saying, what is blocking my union? Listen to me. I was where you are. I was where you are. And I don't know if I'm going to get into no. Oh, see if I can fix that. Okay. Is it fixed? Is it fixed, guys? Is it fixed? Okay. I'm sorry. Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, that's so annoying. I know. As I was saying, maybe you guys don't suffer from this like I did. You can have extreme suffering, extreme depression, where you're really like throwing up at night, having body aches, headaches, anxiety going to sleep. You have to drink to go to sleep. You have to take sleeping pills to go to sleep, or you just pass out stressed, you know? But like I said, if you're not suffering like that, like I did, then the kind of suffering I experienced was this person was the first person on my mind every night. This person was the last person on my mind every night, the first person on my mind every day. And throughout the day, as I was doing certain things, this person was on my mind. So that Nine of Swords energy could be some of your energy that you might be experiencing, one or the other, okay? But it could be extreme from one end and extreme on the other. But this represents the emotional ups and downs and the insecurities and the sadness. But this Nine of Swords generally, in any tarot, even this one, excuse me, it shows the heart going up to the brain. And those are the thoughts, the emotions, Five of Cups, up to the brain. And that is depression. It is. And you can really heal yourself. You don't have to ask for medication. You don't have to go through some kind of, you know, system that will help you get over this. What Spirit wants you to do is heal yourself, because your body has every capability. Queen of Cups is a healer, by the way. You have every capability to physically heal yourself from depression and anxiety. It is a self-reflection journey. It does take meditation and purification and help from the divine. Like I said, you can't do this alone. You need God's help. But if you ask for that and you seek his face and you do effort to heal yourself, drinking lots of water, meditating, purging, you know, the real key here is just purging. I think for any depression, you gotta just go inside, cry it out, salt water heals, and poof, let that go. That's really the key ingredient for healing this. And that's really what needs to happen here. The two masks represent your ego and your conscious side. Quiet! Sorry. Two masks represent the ego and the conscious. And this is a very clouded vision right now because of emotions. You can't see clearly because you're too hurt. Spirit understands this. He's not going to judge you and say, well, you're not a very good person because you can't see clearly, so shame on you. That's not the case. Very loving, and he wants you to come to this realization. He wants you to come to this place, and he does give you signs and synchronicities that he's there through numbers, through songs, through movies, through friends, through videos. He does try to come through to bring you to this place, this journey of self-reflection. Yeah, somebody mentioned Tibetan healing bowls. Yeah, lots of different sound sequences. You can get this book, The Secret of Sound Healing. Tesla knew this many, many, many years ago, but there it is. Even sound can heal cancer, but you guys can research that stuff yourself. Going underneath the Seven of Cups, which is options. It's temptation by the devil. Now, this is not the devil card in traditional tarot. It's not even a major arcana. It's not the devil card, but nonetheless, the devil is here. He's very present. And this representation is the Five of Earth, which is the dark night of the soul. This is temptation. And he's holding cards, which represents tarot to me. And with the Seven of Cups, and let me try this message here on what I think it is. Spirit, please tell me a message of what you know this to be. It's self-defeat. So you're going from the 5 of Cups to the 7, looking at your options. And like I said, you had the options of many different cups. The 5 of Cups is right here, but then you have 6 of Cups, you have 7, you have 8, you have 9, etc., etc. The message I got here is 8 of Cups. And the message I got here is the temptation is thinking about, how do I say this correctly? Self-belief. That's not the correct word for it, but it's like a it's like where you tell yourself something's going to happen and you make it happen. I can't think of the word of what I'm trying to think of, but it's a saying. And if you tell yourself something is true, it's to be true. And you're gambling with the devil here because the devil's throwing you temptation. I'm also hearing there's probably someone out there that gets mixed messages from different tarot readers. I'm getting the message in my mind here that you'll get a really good message from spirit through a reader, and then you'll travel through different kinds of tarots and you're getting really good messages. But if you continue looking through temptation, you'll find a message subconsciously that you're searching for, which is self-defeat. And you don't do this consciously. You're not saying, "Oh yeah, I want to have self-defeat. I want 8 of Cups. I want to fail. I want him to walk away." You're not saying this to yourself at all. In fact, you're hoping for quite the opposite. But this devil temptation card is coming up because there is that subconscious negativity because of the 5 of Cups, which is something that needs to be battled and purged. That is making you look at her down there, feeling bad. Do you see her? She's there in self-defeat. She's like, I knew it. It's almost like you're saying, I knew I was going to find doubt in what I was looking for. I knew I was going to find the fault. I knew I was going to find this tarot message or this whatever message confirmation that was going to tell me it's not going to work. I was looking for it and I found it. What is that word, Spirit? Talk to me. Self-fulfilling, self-fulfillment? I don't know what the word is. Whatever. It's like where you self-fulfill a misery, an emotion. Okay? You definitely put this on your own self in your own life. It was not what Spirit wanted to give you. It's not what was supposed to be there. Self-sabotage. That's also it. Yes. Yes. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Thank you. Thank you. Who did that? Thank you so much, Miss Jackson. Self-sabotage. Self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's exactly what this card is. Thank you so much for helping me clarify that message because I couldn't find the word for the life of me. Yeah, self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's what she's crying about. She's saying, I knew it was there. I found it. And the devil said, I tempted you and you took the bait. I tempted you and you took the bait. One more time. I tempted you and you took the bait. Self-fulfilling prophecy. And that is an option. That is an option. You don't have to do that, but some people, that is an option. And if you're on this journey and you're not doing this self-meditation and you're spending more time on videos than you are working on yourself, that's an imbalance. And that's a desire that needs to be defeated, and that creates 9 of Swords. And this helps attribute to more pain in the 5 of Cups. So you have these choices, you have these options, desire and choice. And it's all about that. I'll be right back. He's whining for me again. Hang on. What? The what? The ball? Okay. This one? Do you want this chuck as well? No? Yes? Okay. Is that good? The green boat? You're a cute little fat monkey baby. I love you. I love you, squirt monkey. I don't know. We can ask brother. Daniel? Yeah? Can you sit with him in the bathroom while I finish my video? I only have 2 minutes left. Okay. Thank you.
That is if you owe me another sandwich.
Okay. Just keep it down, okay? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna wrap up this reading here. I'm always, gosh, I'm like incapable of doing a 10-minute reading. Good gravy, Lord. I just want to be one of those readers that can come on real quick. But I can't. I can't. I'm too involved. I'm too involved, and the message is meant how it's meant, and that's how I meant to do it. So I'm going to follow you, God. Anyways, this is a self-fulfilling prophecy. You have every choice to go into self-reflection mode and choose another option, choose another journey, choose something, body and mind. Have faith, okay? It's very hard to have faith when we're taking the bait. You know? And I totally feel that way so much, guys, and I know you do too. God, it's so hard to take the bait. I'm not take the bait is what I meant. Oh, thank you so much for your 1111 super chat, my love. Anyways, I am prime example, past self, that my desire was to look and look and look and look and seek and seek. And I was very thirsty. I wanted knowledge. I was just looking for answers. And I always, part of my Saggy placement, but I knew that I would find something else out. Like there was something else out there. I wanted to get to the root of it. I wanted to get to the bottom of it. And here's the devil part. It's the ego. And I mentioned that earlier in this reading. Oh, Karen, I love you, honey. I mentioned this earlier in my reading about the ego. And it's like, even though I felt like a good person, my ego was, I was always trying to find a fault in my love that needed fixing so I could heal it. How disgusting is that? It never seemed disgusting to me in the past, but now that I am where I am, I look at that and I feel disgusted with myself. I was looking in video after video and truth after truth to find a fault in my love, in my twin, so I could be the justified, holy, sacred person that I am and heal him. And I get goosebumps and I feel disgusted at myself. And I did not feel this way a week ago. This is a change that I just came into. Yeah, no one is holy. I didn't think I was holy. I'll take that word back. What I meant was basically better than him. Okay? Better than him. I wasn't out cheating, lying, drinking, deception, none of that. So I took myself as I am better and I am more ahead on the journey. And I did say that in many of my videos. I said I'm more ahead than of this person in this journey, and I regret that. I regret that now, and I am grown enough to say that I feel bad about that. I put that down. That was something I, even as a reader, had to go through in my self-reflection and say, that's disgusting, because that's an ego. And who am I to point fingers at my love and say, you're doing all this wrong when I had an ego? Not saying that my choices were so evil and so dark, but nonetheless, my choice was not in a healthy state of mind. It was not in a good place. Okay? It's not. And it's not good. That's not a good energy to be in. It's not good to even be like that. And I can kind of compare that with religious people, you know, and they point the finger at other people and say, well, I go to church every Sunday. I don't do anything wrong. And look at all these sinners. I love you all. Here's a Bible. I'm coming to give you the word and preach. I'm coming to, you know, even with Muslims, I'm trying to bring you into the culture and the church. I want to save you. I want to save you. That's an ego. Because you're trying to bring people in to save them because you think you found the right path and you're the right person and you're on the right journey. And you're right, they're wrong. That's not a healthy state of vibration, not a healthy state of mind. A healthy state of mind is not in that energy at all. A healthy state of mind is realizing your faults before you pick the faults out of anybody else. And you shouldn't, and when you do that, by the way, when you do self-reflect and you find your faults, you naturally have the energy of not pointing the finger. It's not like, okay, I found my bad. Now I can look at yours. That's not even the energy you go in. Once you do a self-reflection, you become so kind and so loving and so nurturing and so healing. You don't even have it inside you to do it again. It's just gone. You don't want to judge again. And I feel so good that that is gone. But if you are twin and you're suffering from any of these feelings that you have some state of ego, and I'm not saying you're evil or you're dark, but you know, even an ego like I had, if you're having an ego like that and there may be some kind of a struggle, this could very well be a barrier and a block for sacred union. And I'll tell you, that's the devil card. And you know what? The devil card has cleared up in my readings because of that. And I thought the whole time, it's him, it's him, it's him. It's him. He's got to get rid of karma. He's got to get rid of karmic. Oh, he's got to get rid of drinking. Oh, he's got to get rid of those karmic friends. I'm sure, yes, he does. I'm sure, yes, he does. But that's not my business. My business is me. And I needed to get rid of my ego and worry about myself. And I wasn't doing that enough. And all my video looking and searching and all my clarifications that I needed and all my justifications left me in a very bitter state of mind, a very hurt state of well-being, a very difficult energy to uphold and be spiritual at the same time. It was a very confusing energy for me, and it kept me blocked from my love, and it kept communication blocked, and the dishonesty got worse and worse, and the karmic came back and back, or worse and worse, and I was a barrier. And I didn't realize that if I just self-reflected on myself and dealt with me, everything else was going to fall into place. When I seek God first, He will give me the desires of my heart. And I'm not seeking these answers anymore. I'm not seeking that. I'm not trying to do a self-fulfilling prophecy of the doomsday that I know is there. That's creating a devil energy. That's me creating a devil card in my own readings. And then pointing the finger at that person and saying, it's you. See, I knew it. I knew it. I knew you had a karmic. I knew you were lying. Oh, see, I knew there was a third party. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Self-fulfilling prophecy. And let me tell you, when you do a self-reflection and you don't want to look for that anymore, and you don't want to deal with that anymore, and you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to look at me. I may not be in those kinds of negative energies that he's in, but I'm still not in a great energy that I feel comfortable with. I may not be a cheater and a liar and a deceiver, but I am a judger. And I am an egotistical person that thinks that I am better off on this journey than the other person. And I feel that I need to have things given and brought to me and come to my feet because of what I've been through, because I'm a victim. I've been wronged and I deserve justice. And it's that state of mind that creates a dark desire and self-fulfilling prophecy, and it will come true. It will come true, and you're going to keep hurting yourself, and you're going to keep hurting your twin, and you're going to keep having a barrier until you have peace of mind, and that's what these doves represent. Peace of mind. Just peace of mind, releasing the ego, being one with your twin in 5D, being okay with yourself and happy and loving. All of a sudden, the faith and the vibration that you have will cure this disease, this cancer. You will stop doing this, and let's see what happens here with the realization. Spirit, what is the outcome? Whew. What is the outcome of getting out of this mess, please, for the twin flames? Give us a beautiful message. What is the outcome? I got two cards. Like I said, I'm not just going to take one anymore. The card at the bottom is Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Earth. So right off the bat, your outcome when you do this is a brand fresh new beginning in the physical dimension. Let's see, the other two cards I got. Wow, I love it. Okay, I love you, God. I'm so happy. So we got the number 10 and the number 9, major arcana. So we have like the Wheel of Fortune and the Hermit card, but it's knowledge and wisdom. Check it out, my loves. Knowledge and wisdom. This is the outcome. And it means, look how they're both looking at each other. You're both getting knowledge and wisdom. And doing this work of what I'm talking about is knowledge and wisdom. And that Hermit card is exactly what I'm talking about going inside yourself and doing a self-reflective work. The Hermit has to go deep. He doesn't just look at the exterior. He doesn't even just look in their dimensional issues. He looks in the past life issues. He looks in the deep roots of yourself, really looking at your soul. And I see that he's wearing a bear costume. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now this is, for me, confirmation for me personally. This bear costume, I have had dreams about a bear coming out of a cave, and I wasn't sure if it was my DM or me, okay? But I have had dreams about a bear, And I have seen other tarot cards with bears. And I have had a dream also about my twin wearing a bear costume and running away from me with friends and hiding himself, and me getting away from him, and then him taking off the bear hat mask thing and saying sorry. And look, that's amazing. The bear. He's wearing a bear costume. So anyways, just wanted to share that with you. Let me close my door and tell them to be a little bit quieter. Okay. So that's self-fulfilling for me. I mean, I'm just kind of shocked. But more than that, the dream I had of the bear coming out of the cave has more to do with just me. This is everybody. The bear coming out of the cave is someone that went into hibernation and is now awoke for spring. The bear that has been asleep. This is your soul. Your higher dimensional self has not been alive nor awake nor dead, just in slumber, basically, hiding in a cave, hiding. Your true self was not ready to come out because you did not seek your true self. Now that you're seeking this true self, you can take off that mask, get your lantern, and move on this journey because you did this self-reflection. Now, another thought that came to my mind in Native American culture for me is many Native American boys, and I don't care if you're a boy or girl, I'm just talking about the story. When they want to mature to be a man, they go out into the mountains and they have to kill a bear. They have to kill a bear to become a man and bring back the skin to the town, or not the town, gosh, the village. What the heck's wrong with me? So they have to go into the mountains and face this beast on their own, all alone. And mind you, in Native American culture, they are only 15 years old. About 15 years old to do this. So this is no super grown, muscular man that's coming out there to kill the bear. This is a young boy. And my point of the story is you don't have to be some badass, awesome, super spiritual, Reiki healing, yoga master, guru, super spiritual being of the most ultimate awesome people of the whole planet. You can be a 15-year-old boy. You can be a very inexperienced person, extremely inexperienced. You can be very weak in spirit. You can have faith as small as a mustard seed. You can go on this self-seeking journey with no tools. But all you have to do and all you have to choose is to go on this journey. And you can succeed. You can find this truth. You don't have to be anyone than what you are right now to do this. So this hermit, finding wisdom inside himself, has now defeated the bear, has now come out a man, has now come out grown, mature, wise, and alert. The number 10 represents new beginnings. So, this is the outcome. You are going to have a new beginning. The other part of the outcome, which I think is, just as important, is knowledge. And this person is representative of the high priestess and the magician, and the Hierophant. So, lots of earth, strong Gemini, and all the water. Fire, too. I'm just going to say he's a total completion of all the energies. And I really feel, me personally, that's what the magician is. He's got, like I said, all the aces. So he's got all the different elements inside him. So he's very powerful. Strong Gemini, Virgo completion here, though, just like the magician. But I feel like this person has everything this person needs. I see the snake. I see the dragon. I see the wolf. I see the all-seeing eye. I see the apple of knowledge. I see oils and little jars and little things that he creates to make things happen. He has the ability to conjure, and he has the ability to manifest, and he has the ability to create. And he is doing the creation with the knowledge he has now gained. So that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling for the outcome. Now that you guys have done a self-reflective journey and you have the knowledge and the wisdom that you've gained from learning this about yourself, and you're no longer pointing fingers and looking for a justice revelation to come swooping in to justify you, I think when you finally look at yourself and you realize that it doesn't matter what kind of journey the other person is on and all their karmic issues, I think once you kind of take the magnifying glass off of that situation and you just say, look, I know they have their faults and they've hurt me and I am validated in my feelings, but I'm going to put that aside right now and I'm just going to look at me, because that's also a block. I think it's easier for me to take this block on than that block on, because at the end of the day, guys, we cannot control other people. We can't tell them what to do, how to be. And we can conjure, we can do candles, we can do all kinds of things. But at the end of the day, it's free will. We can influence, but we can't decide. And it's so much easier to fight with the goodness in our soul and the purity of our mind and the help of God, having our faith. It's so much easier to fight with God on your side than fighting alone. Fighting alone in yourself, fulfilling prophecies. That's such a difficult energy to fight. And if you want to fight for your love and you want to fight for sacred union, that's not the way to fight. If you really want to fight for this person and you want to fight for your love, I suggest you start fighting yourself first. You defeat that ego inside yourself, whatever it may be, and you come out with knowledge and wisdom, and you come out ready and mature. Okay, so that's what that is, and then I'm going to pull some romance angels, and we'll see. Nope, he doesn't want me to pull that yet. I heard. Nope, we're going to do a little bit more tarot. Okay, Spirit, thank you, honey. I love you. Let's see what else is going on, babe. What do you want to tell me about this Queen of Cups and this desire and self-fulfillment of peace? Okay, wow. Okay, so yeah, I've got 3. I usually want to get 3 for 3. I want to get 1 for each one. So the first one I got was 8 of Swords. That is the energy that you must defeat. It's being trapped in your own thoughts, trapped in your own head. That's the desire, okay? You don't want to be trapped, but you're still choosing to be trapped, like the 5 of Cups. The self and the desire you have to battle. You have to battle your own self. And Spirit's saying, pick up your swords and fight yourself, all your egos, all these egos that you have, all these things of yourself, your past self, your future self, and your present self. Tell them that your desire is for stability and peace and tranquility. Let all yourselves know, I aim for one goal, and that one goal is stability and peace. That is my goal. And you will be the emperor. Again, you will come out mature and strong and stable and a leader. You will become, you will have defeated yourself, therefore become the emperor. Okay, and you can be male or female in these energies. Bottom of the deck is meditation, 4 swords. In order to do that, you do have to meditate. Okay? In order to do that, you do have to meditate. Just self-reflection, which is what this guy's doing. He's totally self-reflecting. He's in the coffin. He's pretty much dead. But it just means you're dead to the world. You're dead to the physical. You're in the spiritual realm now. Okay. Queen of Fire and Faith. Holy Spirit, be with me in this reading and give these listeners a message from the Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel, please give us a message. What would you like to say to us today? Guide my hands. Show me the right cards for your message. Ha! Aha! Okay. She wants to play me. She wants to play me. Oh! You got the Star. And you have the 2 cups. So have faith. Have faith in what? Your wish. Because they hear you. The spiritual realm hears you. God hears you. The angels hear you. They do want you to get honest. That's what the Star is doing. She is pouring water on the present moment, which is her emotions. So she's pouring healing on her emotions. And the cup behind her on the earth, she is pouring healing water and energy on the past. So she's healing the present and she's healing the past. When you do that, and you're honest with yourself is another reason she's naked. Because the tarot, anytime you see people naked in the tarot, it means they're completely vulnerable and honest. They have nothing to hide. And they're fresh and they're clean and they don't have anything to hide and they're in a good energy. So the star card here is saying when you're in that good energy and you are purified in your own darkness and you've cleansed and purified your past and your present, you will have this relationship coming forth to you, the Two of Cups. Your soulmate will be there with you because you have a full cup and they will take suit because like attracts like, and God will give you the blessing and will give you the answer to your prayer if it is holy and it is spiritual and it is righteous and it is what has been destined for you and it is what God brought together. Let no man take apart. So that's what Archangel Uriel wants you to have. And it's coming in quick, by the way. 8 of Wands. I'll just put that there. It's coming in quick. If you're doing the work, it is coming in quick. It is coming in quick. Okay, Spirit, give me a message for the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Please give a message for the 5 of Cups and the 9 of Swords. Oh, I love it. Here we have Temperance, Archangel Raphael, and then we have the 3 of Pentacles. Now, this is a prominent message, and I have to kind of talk on it for a second because I feel this is a very powerful card. And I feel, I've seen this in a lot of readings lately. There's a reason, and it's not just supposed to be ran over real quick. What I'm feeling with this, first of all, is the Holy Trinity, like I've been saying. The power of 3. If you're seeing 3, you are being healed. The 3 is healing, archangel healing. It's also spiritual intervention in your personal life, trying to talk to you and work with you and help you grow. But I also feel with this 5 of Cups, you are growing, and through your pain, you are becoming a more spiritual person so you can tackle and handle things with your knowledge and wisdom that you're gaining. People are going to be coming to you in the future for assistance with your very issues that you're dealing with right now. People are going to be needing you to help them out of this darkness. People are going to be needing to heal you. You're going to be needing to heal people from their pain and their issues. And they really want you to work through this. They really need you. No, the Archangel is saying we really need you to work on this self-fulfillment, happiness with yourself, becoming the Emperor, tackling your self-seeking journey, because there's a lot of people that do need you. There's a lot of souls that need to have a star. I'm hearing like the North Star, like the guiding star. They need to see there's a light at the end of the tunnel. They need to see that you can achieve great things through your pain. People that are suffering need to see there's someone out there that is taking the lead and showing the way. And that's why people are coming with a map and asking this person for help to build this beautiful cathedral, because they know this person has the skills. They say, look, I'm not a masoner. I have a vision for what I want, but I don't have the skills to build it. And the masoner says, that's okay, I do. And this is the same, and I almost want to cry because Jesus is here and he's saying, I'm your light, I'm your shining star, I'm your guide. I've always showed you the way to healing, and if you follow me, you'll find the way. And when you find the way, others will follow you. And that's why he said, I become a fisher of men. Because if I teach you to fish, you'll eat every day, but if I fish for you, you're only going to eat once. I want to teach you to fish. I want to teach you to be a fisher of men. I want to teach you to be a leader of men. I want to teach you to be a healer by me healing you so you can heal others and everyone can keep healing. And I need my light workers to achieve this sense of worth, ability, and who they are. And that is why Temperance is here. The Archangel Raphael is saying, I told you I was healing you for a reason, and your suffering is for a reason. You only learn through this form of pain. If I didn't give you any pain, you wouldn't learn. And I'm not trying to give you pain, but I did give you a very specific journey that did include pain because I knew you were able to handle it. I knew you were able to do this and overcome. And you're going to be one of those people that are going to be a helper. You're going to have the skills to build and build up other people. So you will have the skills to heal and build other people, okay? And that is a message from God. Spirit, can you please give me a message for the Seven of Cups and the Dark Night of the Soul? Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Seven of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Spirit, please clarify. Okay, we have Hierophant. Okay, I'll take a few others. Chariot at the bottom of the deck. We could be dealing with a Taurus and a Cancer here. There's the Hermit again. It's going within, being committed to go within and finding balance. Being committed to go within and finding balance, moving forward, going forward in this journey, having progress, defeating the devil, realizing you don't have to take that option. You can find balance by choosing to have faith. I see the 5 and the 5. The 5 always goes to the major arcana. Since we have the 5 of earth, it's going to match the Hierophant, the 5 and the major arcana. And it means you have to go through a very turbulent situation to find your faith. And I feel very strongly, yes, because we have faith over here under the 2 of Cups. So there's a lot of messages coming through. But by doing the Hermit, which we have twice, you are going to find faith in this trialing situation, but you're going to have commitment on the other end. Because if you put in the work, you're going to get the work you put in back out. If you're planting the right seeds, they are going to be fruitful for you. And I do see marriage is definitely possible here with this specific twin flame scenario, especially if you have Virgo, Cancer, Taurus, and Gemini, Aries, Aquarius in your chart. So you are going to move forward in this, but this is something you're going to have to overcome. Okay, Judgment is here at the bottom. There's people resisting judgment with the 7 of Wands. You're resisting judgment, you're resisting the truth. Is it fixed now? Is it fixed now? Is it fixed? Every time I have a good message, it gets frozen. Thank you so much for the super chat, my love. Okay, so this particular twin, this particular person with the 7 of Wands is resisting this reconciliation. This person will have strong fire in their chart. I'm hearing Leo. I'm very much hearing Leo, but it can be Sagittarius or Aries. But I know for sure it's fire, and I know for sure there is Leos out there that are fighting this connection. With the Judgment card here, Archangel Raphael's popped up twice, and he's stuck on my elbow here. He was like, yep, that's me. Archangel Raphael trying to heal this person. So if there is a person resisting this particular reconciliation, Archangel Raphael is going to give them a aha moment. Aha, clarity. The Ace of Swords. They're going to have a sudden realization of the truth. They're going to know instantaneously through a dream state or through a conscious state. It doesn't really matter. But there's going to be a moment in time, very quickly, within days, that they're going to realize. This is something within 10 days. If you're seeing this message and they're telling me it can be today, it can be 10 years from now. Whenever you see this message, 10 days from now, within 10 days, this person is going to have a realization. I think it's stuck again. Okay, so this person is going to have a realization. Is it fixed now, guys? I hope it's fixed. Let me know. Is it fixed? Let me know if it's fixed, guys. VC, it's fixed. Is it fixed, guys? Okay. All right, I'm going to continue. So the 7 of Wands energy is definitely saying that this person has been resisting. If this person is resisting within 10 days of seeing this message, They will have a realization and an aha moment of clarity that this reconciliation is divine and they are supposed to be with you, that they are a divine soulmate and a twin flame. They will feel a pull and a tug on their heart for healing, and the healing will begin if it has not already started happening. I feel for many of you it's already been happening. This is just a sign that it's going to be completed. So if you're seeing signs that this person is healing their heart chakra, and the Archangel Raphael is hearing your prayer and intervening, the two tens that come out on the end, the 10 of swords and the 10 of wands, is completion. This very, very painful relationship, this very, very painful rejection, this very, very painful I'm doing all the work is done. This person is going to have realization and put those down. They're going to stop fighting. So there is going to be someone that just gives up and surrenders to the divine glory that God is trying to give them of peace. Peace is what I'm hearing. I'm hearing the word peace, and it's very calming. And in my head, it kind of sounds like this. It just, peace, peace. That's kind of what I'm hearing. So I know that this person is going to calm down. There's been a lot of anxiety. There's been a lot of stress and tension. So that's a separate message. I have to keep that somewhere. I'm just going to put that there. Again, this person could be a Virgo. I have 2 Virgo cards. Okay, and there's King of Pentacles, but it could be any earth sign, but this is probably involving a Virgo with fire in his chart, or somebody with earth and fire. Definitely a divine masculine energy. You can be a male or female. And if you follow tropical only, if you have a placement in tropical that is a Libra, they are a Virgo. And if you follow tropical placement only, they would be a Virgo. But if you go back one, they'd be a Leo in Vedic. So anyways, I hope that resonates for some of you guys. Okay, spirits, let's go ahead and continue. What is the outcome of going within? What is the outcome of going within? What is the outcome of going within? Holy Spirit, please be with me in these cards. Give me a divine message. What is the outcome for the twin flame journeyers that are going to have clarity, realization, and healing? What do you see happening for them in this lifetime? What do you see happening when they follow you, when they get assistance from you and they ask help from you? What do they get? Oh, wow. This is God. This is God. This is God. This is how he works. Have every faith in my Lord. Look at this. 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Not only that, because it gets better, you have the Death card, transformation. You will be completely transformed. Done. Transformed. This is going to end the things that are no longer serving you inside yourself and inside them. When you do a self-seeking journey and you die to self, you gain clarity and wisdom. When you gain clarity and wisdom, Spirit can come in and sweep out all the things that do not serve you. It changes the paradigm. When you change the paradigm that you have inside your head right now and you flip your way of thinking, all of a sudden your vibration changes in frequency. You are no longer vibrating on a low vibe frequency. You are now changed and dead and reborn. So like the phoenix here, you have gone up in frequency and vibration, leveled up into your ascension. Your frequency is now very high pitched and it creates a new reality, a whole alter reality. So when that happens, there are certain things that are attracted to your life like a magnet, okay? Certain things like that vibration. And some of those things are happiness, romance, children, peace, bliss, finances that are very successful, a peaceful, happy home, just happiness in general, emotional balance and stability. When you have clarified all the ugly issues inside yourself, you will start changing the paradigm for everybody. It's almost like, how can I explain it? I don't know. It's like in some of those movies, they have that Tesseract, or they have something like in the Avengers movies where it comes in and it changes the time frame. I don't know if it was, who was it? Doctor Strange? He could go through time and change things. And it was like there was alter realities. And then when they anyways, they changed the paradigm. If they changed one thing, it would change the sequence of events. So when you change this one thing, you die to self and you do this self-reflective work in this journey. It is very much kind of like a movie like that. It's kind of freaky. It literally changes the entire reality that you see in front of you, and anything's possible. And when you change that paradigm clean, and now all of a sudden the problems that used to be barriers, you find that they're clearing themselves up. And I'm going to give you some examples. If someone's been married in a very dark karmic situation, you'll find almost like magic, but it's a miracle. It's from God. It's from you. It's from this self, interflective work that changed the paradigm. You'll find that person and the other person just have a realization, an aha moment of clarity that, you know what, this really just isn't working for us, and I'd be much happier leaving this journey. Let's just end and be friends. They don't want to cause each other harm, but you'll see that they just feel like they need to go their separate ways. And it's very peaceful. It's very happy. It's not dark. It's not negative. It's just something that needed to happen in a very loving way, because I feel that love changes all things. And when people realize they're not meant for each other, love will find a way. And so that is an example. It just changes that. So if someone's stuck in a karmic marriage or relationship, they just find a way to move on in peace and friendship, and not have hate and anxiety and anger and malice, because they've gotten rid of that from themselves. They've pulled out those deep, dark roots that don't need to be here anymore. They've taken those weeds out of their soul. And because you did that self-reflective work and your paradigm has shifted, now your reality is shifting, and it includes other people. Now, this doesn't have to be people in marriages and karmic relationships, but any barrier, someone that is constantly, maybe flirting or being a player, or having a struggle with, committing. If someone has a struggle with committing, when you change your paradigm and you're on a very high frequency and vibration, it will suddenly change and adjust the reality that your twin is living in. And they will be at a higher frequency as well. And they will be attracted to your energy in your space, and they will feel a change. Those are just some ideas. This little message and this, okay, the 2 tens. So here we have somebody denying this reconciliation. That's a deception. They don't want you. They're rejecting you, but that's not the truth. That's a mask. That's not really what they feel, because what they really feel is your true love. They feel that you're their soulmate. You're the one for them, okay? And I know that because it's clarified with my the one card. You've already met the romantic partner that you seek, okay? And this is the truth of the matter. This is the whole truth and nothing but the truth. This person is very deceptive in how they feel about you, and it's romantic feelings, by the way. They're completely in love. They have feelings for you, and they're real, and they're worth exploring, and they know that. But here's this attraction, and here's the message at the end that means the most to me. Oh, hang on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm coming. Air, earth, and fire in their chart is extremely attracted to you. The attraction and the romantic feelings is very compatible. The chemistry is on point. You have a very deep, 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 loving, intimate connection. And this person is exploring this with you. I feel like this person is very sexual with you, but they do not verbalize. Okay, they do not verbalize nor take action towards these feelings. The person that I'm talking about here in the specific twin flame situation, and it is air, earth, and fire. This person who is rejecting commitment, rejecting reconciliation, has 2 lies. And the lies are, I love you, and I don't want to come to you. Those are 2 very big lies. And that is the deception, and that is the mask. Because their heart of hearts, they're really, really, you give them joy, peace, clarity, fulfillment. There is a fear involved, and I'll get to that. But this attraction card here is the kicker. This is the death card. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. Now, the problem and the barrier, like I said in the very beginning of my reading, is not just that this person is wearing a false mask, and yes, by the way, this person that I'm talking about has a karmic, and it is a man with a woman. But it could be a man with a man too, but it's a DF energy, but the other feminine energy is karmic. And this specific energy that I'm picking up on here, Emperor energy, this person cannot come to clarity and realization until you do. And it is because, like I said, You're all wearing a false mask. And even though this person is deceiving you and not telling you how they're feeling and not reconciling with you and not admitting their truth, but yet they're still showing physical attraction to you, they'll sleep with you. This person, if you were to call them over right now and have a little visit, it's going on. It's going on. The passion is on point. You guys will not be able to resist the love and expression of love physically with each other. So there is a very strong attraction here, and there's a deception. Somebody's rejecting, and someone's very angry. And like I told you in the beginning of my reading, if you're this person, and I had it under these cards and you saw the self card, if you're this person, or this is about that person, there's a very angry person that cannot let go of the resentment. There's something that failed this relationship, and it was a triangle relationship. And there was a lot of deceit and darkness. And you guys have grown substantially from this. I see the dark clouds are in the past. It's clearing into the white clouds. And Temperance is coming here to heal them. So that's not an issue anymore. But there is an additional issue. Even though that they're clearing up karma, they're sweeping the slate clean, you're still wearing a mask. There's somebody that has some kind of issue inside them, resentment, hurt, shame, entitlement, ego, whatever it is. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on. I'll be right. And I don't care if you click off me and you tell me you hate my station and you want to unsubscribe from me from saying that. But I'm going to tell you this. No, it's not just that person. It is you. And I'm not saying that this person's 20% bad and you're more. You're 80%. I'm not even saying who's this percent and who's that percent. Who did worse and who did better. This person is way worse than you. Oh, pat on your back, stroke your head. Let me stroke your ego. Do you see how that sounds? Well, this person is evil, sick, sadistic. They have sex and they do drugs and they have multiple partners and they're evil and they're liars and they're sick and quite frankly, I don't even ever want them back. I am so done with them, that MFer, blah, blah. Well, why are you watching my channel? Why do you give a shit? There's your answer. Because you're in deception. And for other people, and this could be vice versa, it doesn't have to be you, but I feel there's somebody out there, and maybe they're not even watching me right now. Right now, they may not even be on my channel right now, but they could click on later tonight or tomorrow, and that's them. Okay? They're these people that lurk and watch and want to hate on people because they're angry. The mask is your anger, honey. Do that, and you will have that, okay, that wisdom and knowledge and learning and death to self. You will have forgiving and learning. And you will have engagement. You will reconnect with your past life love. And if you listen, when you face that inside yourself and you let your friends help you, you let me help you, you listen to me. You don't just hear me, but you listen to me. And you take that advice and you go inside yourself, you will have this 10 of cups very soon. But if you're not ready to do that, this can go on for the rest of this lifetime. And you'll meet them in the next lifetime. But this person is a past life lover, and they brought you here for a reason to grow and learn something from this relationship. As you release and heal the past, you will experience more love in your present moments. Hear how that resonates with this message. You attract romantic life by enjoying this moment fully, feeling the past moments, present and past. You have to heal them. And like I said, I was never that angry, but I'm no innocent. There was times that I had my ego, like I said, and I felt entitled, that this person needed to come clean. This person needed to fix the wrongs of their life and give me their all. And that is probably very true. They do need to do that. But who am I to point that finger and say that? I had to get out of my ego, focus on myself. And like I said in last night's video, I had to see that I wasn't 100 for him either. When I was in the relationship, I was a little guarded. I didn't show my true feelings. And when we broke up and I didn't want him to go, I didn't even express, please don't go. I love you. Please don't go. I want you. Can I do anything to fix this? I just want you to know I love you no matter what. And I didn't express myself. It was more of a F you, get out the door if that's what you want. And I'm enraged. I'm enraged with you for hurting me, and karma's going to bite you in your ass. I mean, that's kind of how I was. And I was totally in the right. But it doesn't matter, because even if I was right, I had right too, like I said, and I cannot. What is that story in the Bible? Quit worrying about the plank or the splinter in somebody else's eye before you take the plank out of your own eye. And that's kind of what I was going through. And it might have even been vice versa. Maybe the plank was in their eye and you had a splinter in yours. But nonetheless, we just can't do that. We can't have knowledge and wisdom if we're in that kind of an energy space of judgment. Okay? So you can't be in that kind of an energy space and have knowledge and wisdom. It's not going to come for you. You're not going to have peace. You're not going to have realization. You're not going to have anything that you really want in that vibration. Can't happen. So that is a message, okay? So anyways, I will read from the attraction, because as I was trying to spit out with all my yakking, is this attraction is the law of attraction. Okay, it talks about what you think about, you bring about, you attract what you're feeling, and that is a very big message. Okay, because you are attracting this person a specific way, and if you have some deception in your heart where you're not really speaking your truth, like you really love them, you really miss them, and you're sorry for some of the things you did, I don't care if they ever come into union with you or not. It feels so good to just say it, and just get it off your chest. It's like you don't have to live a lie anymore, so that's really important. And remember, I opened this book up and reconciliation popped out. So I know that that's in the future, okay? And maybe this will be a good message for you. Like a good friend, the romance angel sends you this card to tell you the truth. The best way to have more romance in your life is through attraction, rather than through strenuous effort. You are most attractive when you're fully enjoying yourself in the present. Your joyful laughter, self-expression, body language, and peace of heart is most beautiful. In contrast, any stress that you're experiencing as you strain to find this romance is repelling and pushing against the stream of life. This strain comes from a place of fear. We talked about that self-fulfilling prophecy. And then attracts the very thing you worry about, self-fulfilling prophecy. Stress creates wrinkles, bodily tension, constricted voice, constricted throat chakra, and other unattractive characteristics. So go smell a rose, fully enjoy its fragrant beauty, allow yourself simple pleasures to lead a great joy, affirm frequently that you are loved and lovable, visualize, manifest this wonderful romantic relationship with this beautiful partner, take excellent care of yourself, and follow your inner intuition and guidance. Via the law of attraction, you'll draw romantic love to you through your own attractive nature. And that is the essence of my message. By doing this self-work, you're drawing this person to you. Like I said, the magnets, it's coming, but it only comes this way. It doesn't come any other way, because your vibration and your paradigm cannot shift till you kill the ego. And it is that dragon, the same dragon that Buddha had to kill, and it is the ego. And like I said, it doesn't matter if I was right or wrong or more wronged than him, etc., etc. It was the fact that I knew that I deserved better, and I knew I deserved this specific way of life. But the problem with that is, why does it have to come from my twin? Why do I have to blame my twin? Why do I have to expect my twin to fulfill me? No, that's not how it works. I need to just find peace with the past and not blame anyone, and understand and have a wisdom that I went through what I went through for my knowledge and wisdom to help others. And I'm not going to put the past and my pain in my future. I'm not going to take it with me, and it's not with me, and I'm not going to carry it with me, and I'm not going to attract any more of it. It's me, like this Knight of Swords, cutting the cord with the past, not my love, but the past, and just saying, look, all you pain, all you regret, All you hate, all you everything of my past, I now declare that you are cut from my life. You are no longer a part of my present well-being, and you will not go with me into the future. For I am at peace, and I am whole, and I am happy. And I don't care what the future holds for me. All I care about is my well-being and my peace. And I'm good right now with that. When you really find peace and love with self and you're just on a high vibe, this law of attraction brings it together. And it's, I hate to say it, but it is the spoiler alert. It's like when you are on a high vibe and you're on a high for life and you're high on life and you're high on yourself, your true love comes in. Barriers get broken. The path opens for you. The door opens. The path widens. Things just start to happen. And it seems like miracles. But it's really the law of attraction. And that's the universe. And that's God. Those endings will happen. And they will be no more. There will be no more. And Archangel Raphael, which is here in Temperance and over here. Well, this is Gabriel. My bad. Gabriel and Archangel Raphael are here saying, look, we're assisting. You're not on your own. That's why we keep getting the Three of Pentacles. You're not working by yourself. You're working as a team. But it's your willingness to work together that brings action and movement and results. But everyone has to stop resisting. And just as I said that, my ear was really ringing. I know that's the truth. So, like attracts like. If you resist going into yourself, they resist going to you. If you resist killing your ego, they resist killing their ego. If you resist stopping your habits for self-fulfilling prophecies, they will not stop doing your self-fulfilling prophecies. Like attracts like, it is a mere reflection. What you think about, you bring about. And you, unfortunately, if you're on this journey, are connected to someone else. So you do have an influence. You're not all on your own. So you are going to see this manifest into reality. But it's your choice on the kind of manifestation you want to see. That is your choice. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by a light, feeling your relationship being healed in this very moment. The channeled message I'm getting from the person that's thinking about you is they are healing. They're finding a way to heal. And they want you to know that, and I'm going to channel it how I'm hearing it. So if you call me crazy, call me crazy. But I'm just going to speak like I'm them, okay? Lord, help me channel this person. Lord, help me channel this being that they're healing. Help me channel this higher self, please. Thank you for making the change. Thank you for pushing me to make a change in myself. Because you went inside and I see the beauty that beholds your face, I found it inside myself again. Because you decided to do your work inside, I felt a tingle in my soul, a scratching in my soul, something urging me to look within. It was like somebody was knocking at my door, trying to get my attention, something that I've been ignoring and denying. And it bothered me, and it bothered me, and it was a constant. And because you did this, I awoke. I answered the door. I looked inside and I saw a dark beast. It was my pain. It was my past. It was my anger. Some of it was even self-hate. But I saw this beast that I'd never seen before. And I ran and I went to the mirror in the bathroom and I looked in the mirror and I washed my face. And I looked in the mirror and I still saw the beast. And now I cannot continue without knowing that there's a beast inside of me that needs to be dealt with. It's with me at my work. It's with me in my car. It's with me in my dreams. It's with me in my sleep. I cannot escape this beast. So I decided to pick up my sword. I decided to ride strong and fast towards this beast, and it decided to run from me. To my shock, I'm finding that the beast doesn't scare me, that I scare the beast, and that I am powerful. And I am able to do this because of you, and I'm healing. I have the power now. And I'm working on this, and it's not completed, but it is very close. But more importantly than the outcome here, I just want to say thank you. Because of your changes, I'm able to change. And I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this. And as tears run down my face and over my heart, know that I love you. And your love heals me. And the dark black shell around my heart is melting away. And every day and every moment that it keeps continuing to melt. So that is my channeled message there for that. I see there's some silly people talking about I don't know what on my channel. I hope, Karen, you moderated. But that is a channeled message that I see for you guys. And that is the masculine. I feel the masculine energy speaking out to whoever's watching. But they are healing, and it's because, do you see the feminine, how she surrendered? She surrendered to self. She died to self. And now the masculine sees clearly, the beast, and is becoming healed and being connected to the feminine, even though the feminine is 5 of Cups, looking away from the masculine, sad and hurt and defeated. She knows she's sacrificed, and she gave up a very big part of herself. She decided to do this because she had to do this, because she couldn't continue in a low vibration anymore. And that changed the paradigm, and now the masculine is becoming more divine and healing. And in essence, you're healing him, and he's going to be healing you right back in return when he returns. So all is well. All is working together. It's just as it should be. Shh. Heather, I love it. So yeah, they're thinking about you, like I said, in this very moment. And your love fills them with light. And they love you. I love you. So that's the additional message. Okay. Now let's get a message. What do you want to tell the person that is healing? You're both healing, but what do you want to tell the person that's not watching? Okay. What is it you want to tell the person that's not watching this? What do you want to tell them? Spirit, guide me in a message. What does the person not watching need to hear? Okay. Well, I got 3, so I'll just take them. Romance. Cupid's arrow strikes you. This person who's watching feels very romantic for this person, and they would love nothing more than to have romantic time with the person that's not watching. They would love to have a romantic evening, especially for Valentine's. And I really feel strongly with Cupid's arrow, you really want to give them a Valentine, but you might be scared that they won't receive it well. So someone definitely wants to be with this person for this holiday, and they feel they're afraid to send that message. But they're definitely very in love, and they're not going anywhere. And there's romantic feelings and romance. So I know that that person watching, the one who's not here, this is what's going on. The next message you want to tell the person that's not here watching is, it's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So the one thing you want to tell that person is, you would like them to be alone. You would like them to just step away from their karmic situation. Instead of placing their focus on the karmic, you just want them to be alone, to give some time to themselves. Because I think the person watching is thinking that the person that's not here watching is stressing out and not doing this work because they need some time alone. And you're really hoping that they can find some space and some time to get away from that and start doing the healing work here. Okay, so you're really hoping they can take a moment alone and get a realization. And you really want to tell that person, I love you. Please take a moment and step back. Also, so you can hear me telepathically, because you don't want them to have a block of communication. You want them to talk. And I feel that there's somebody out there that you feel like you want to message them, but you can't because they're around somebody else. So you're hoping that you can please find some time to step away alone so we can talk, because you don't think they're going to communicate with you because there's somebody else involved. The other message you want to give that person is, deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. So deep in the heart of the person watching this right now, you know that they intuitively know what answer that. So have some peace, guys. You got the messages. I hope this message was good for you today. It looks promising. I wish you the best doing this additional step in the process for sacred union. I wish you the best. It's a difficult journey. It's not easy. It's very self-reflective. It's going to cause you some bodily shakes and crying and purging. It's very real. It's very sacrificial. There is going to be the energy of you need to let this person go so you can heal. So that is going to be very difficult. There is going to be a confirmation where you have to speak out that this person is free from you, that you're freeing this person from your soul, from your energy, that you're letting your twin go. There is going to be a three kind of a scenario situation where it has to start in your mind. You have to tell yourself in your mind, I'm releasing this negative toxic energy. Then you have to go to the heart and you have to tell the heart, let go and heal, sacrifice, release, and it's very difficult. And then you have to go through the physical measure of speaking it out. This is going to be in a text message, maybe a video, maybe just writing it on paper and burning it, but it's a self-declaration that you are now free from this energy of holding on. So it's a three-step process, and it's not easy. It does take some work, okay? But I know you can do it. Spirit knows you can do that. And before you even get to that moment, for this entire situation to come forward the way it should is the self-purging of your ego. And these are going to be people that are seemingly very good people. These are going to be some of you guys that are spiritual healers, Reiki healers, mothers, fathers, wonderful, good people, really good people, Mother Teresa kind of people. Okay, these are going to be really good people that need to do this. And even in the Bible, it says, I come and I judge the church first. So before God even comes down to judge the world, he will judge his people. He will judge his church. And that's kind of what's happening here in essence. Spirit is coming here to judge the one that is trying the most first, before the judgment comes for the person that is not trying the most. So it starts with this person. And as you forgive, you will be forgiven. As you love, you will be loved. Law of attraction. Watch what you're attracting. Purge this out. I don't care if you have 1% of issues or 1,000% of issues. There's an issue. And if you think you don't have an issue, that's the issue. And that's what I mean. There's no one here that doesn't. So if you think you don't need to do this, then that's the issue. If you do know you need to do this, but you don't know what the issue is, then I would ask. I would ask Spirit for revelation, because that's where I was. I had to go there. I didn't see what my issue was. Okay? But I wanted to know. I wanted to know what is the issue, because I'm not clear on it. And I literally, and if this helps you guys out, I got a candle, which I can't find a blank one right now, but whatever. I got a candle. I meditated with the candle. I hope you can do that. I hope you can, okay? And props if you already did, because that's hard. That's really hard. And after the aftermath, there's going to be that knowledge and wisdom. There's death and transformation. And with death and transformation comes union. Comes a happier relationship with you and your twin. Now, I do want to stress what union means, because a lot of new viewers come on my channel like, well, what does union mean? Does this mean that we're going to be married and have kids? Does this mean we're going to live together? Does this mean we're just going to get along again? I mean, what does this union mean? I want you to follow your intuition. Union is what it needs to be. For many people, it is family, marriage, a family coming together again. God, for me, I hope that's what it is. But sometimes union comes in a different form. I have seen union come in the form of friendship and peace. I have seen union come in the form of, for third waivers, just communication. Okay, it's like you guys get back in touch because people have been out of touch for years. So sometimes this union means they reach out and you guys are now in communication. That's a form of union. It's reconciliation. Okay, other forms of union is just where you guys can be on one accord and be in the same space again because you couldn't get along before and now you're starting to get to know each other again. It's taking those steps. Union is also 60% of the time, physical, literal, sexual union. It's where you get a moment to reconcile with your lover and you share and you embrace in a loving, sacred union way, just like this card, sacred union in a very sexual way. So sometimes union comes in this form, okay, where it's just a sacred sexual union, Okay, it's not the full commitment, not the full enchilada. It just depends on what is right for you at the right time. Spirit knows what's for you. Spirit knows what you're calling for. Spirit knows what level you're on, what track you're on, what area of your life you're calling in with the law of attraction, what you're ready for. Some people aren't ready for marriage and kids. Some people are just ready for communication. Some people need more than communication. They need sacred union because they've never had this intimate Kundalini rising kind of experience. Okay, so each union is very different. And I want to stress that because I think it's kind of general with many readers. It's just, hey, union is, this picture exactly. You're coming together and you're family and you're moved in and you're happy and engaged and married. This does happen for many people, especially when you're calling it in and you're calling in marriage and you're calling in family, especially if you already have kids. So that's totally doable for people that are mature enough and they have a family and they want to be a family. But for those twins out there that already had a family and they're done and they just want a loving relationship, or for those young people out there that don't have children and they're not, you will finally end up meeting them and coming together, getting to know them as well. So you see, there's different forms of union. Okay, it's all what is perfect for you, what resonates for you. What are you calling in? What are you ready for? What kind of union are you calling in for your life? Okay. So, I just want to put that out there. I hope that makes sense for you guys. I love you so much. And I know there's different unions. And I actually dreamed about the 10 of Cups the other night. And I really thought about it. And I thought, it's very general. It's one-sided. Every time people talk about union, they think it's marriage and family. And it's not. It's not always marriage and family. It is a lot of the times whatever you're calling it in to be, whatever brings you to in a balanced state of being, a balanced position. And one additional message. Let's just get one more. Okay, I'm done. I'm just going to do one more. One more. Okay. So I'm just going to get one more message. Let me fix this. Because I feel like I was blabbing. I just want to end it nice. I just want to end it nice, Spirit. Spirit, let me end this with one last message for the both of them. One last message for the both of them, please. One last message. One last final message for the people watching, Spirit. One last message. Okay, I don't know what it is, but it looks beautiful. I'll read it. Between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. So that's beautiful, and that means a lot with what I said about freeing yourself from the situation. So when you take off your mask and you release this person from your energy, and you let go and you heal and you kind of do this purging, and you're healing this person and you've released them and you stopped claiming them as like property, as like yours. When you stop doing that and you release that, it gives you guys a chance to get closer. And this space that is allowing them to leave actually gives you in return them closer, because it's kind of like that saying, if you let something go and it comes back, it's truly yours. And if you truly love something, you'll never keep it in a cage. Right? You truly love something that it will always be there for you, unchained and unleashed. It will just be there with you because you let it go. And that's kind of the message. Letting go is actually coming into union. And I know that sounds confusing for a lot of people, but sometimes that's the key. It's the little thing that clicks. It's the little aha moment. It's about loving them enough to let them go. And knowing that because God, with all your faith, we have the faith card and the 2 cups, knowing that by letting them go, they're grateful and they love you and they're going to come back to you because of your vibration of peace, love, and light. That star vibration, healing the present and healing the past. So that is my message, guys. I want you to just keep swimming. Remember, it's a journey, not a destination. You're doing good. Be that queen of fire, be that queen of water, find that clarity, die to self, come out of the cave, okay, with wisdom and knowledge, and get your union, guys, the best way you can. Get it. Go get it. But more than that, and that was kind of silly of me, more than that, have union with yourself, which is peace. Peace, love, and light with your own heart, with your own self, and everything else follows. Everything else follows. I know that. I know that to be true. And like I said, whether I come into union or not, I'm happy. And when you're at that place where you're happy, whether you're in union or not, that's the best energy to be in. It's the best energy to be in. That's letting go, okay? Letting go of the outcome. Just loving and letting go and just being happy, because that's the vibration and the law of attraction that brings so much goodness to you. But God doesn't want me to leave without saying, don't forget to love him first. Don't forget to ask him for help. Don't forget to involve him, because he gives you the desires of your heart. He's the creator. He's love itself. He's the vibration of love. He is the essence of all that is good. And if you want to have all that is good, you must be one with him.